Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Frozen Frontier. It's dragon slaying time.
All right, I wake up in the morning, I'm making everyone pine needle tea. And I give Yaramir his cup of tea and say, I know you've got a lot of pride, Yaramir, but it's not too late to call this off.
I think this is an excellent plan. I think this will greatly help you in your quest. Perhaps enough that we can pack it in. I don't know, but
Is there
I'm sure this will work.
is there anyone back home you want me to speak to if the worst should happen, or anything you want me to give to anyone?
Oh no.
Well, a man with nothing to lose.
Don't give my body to the kobold. I had a weird dream where Nimrod ate me and had my spells.
I'll make sure that Faris gets it.
I don't know if that's better, William.
No, I think if this doesn't work out, the dragon will be, well, less said about that, the better.
I think there's a ching ching as Grimes sharpens all of his blades in the background.
Yeah. Are you ready here, Yaramir? You have everything you need?
Yes, I am fully prepared.
Okay, shall we relocate then?
Let's go. Lead the way,
Yeah, I
Faris.
think I saw a insert Neal to save the day here. Where are we setting up the party? What did I see? So south of or I get east of the.
Neal, there's got to be a battle map for this.
East of the
Yeah, we have a crude battle map for this.
So east of the amphitheater, it slopes down, right? And there was like an approach from below.
Okay, so we're gonna split up from
camped.
Yaramir then.
So, are you guys coming from the east or the west?
So
Which side are we on right now?
okay, I'm
that's
just
up to
going
you.
to make assumptions on this based on what you've described. I mean, so I think I think on the west there's like an overlook, some thousands of feet above. Yaramir will probably be there with the rock, so that's like our assembly site, and we're camped just a little ways further west of there right now. So Yaramir will set up above, and the rest of the party, I think, will need to approach from the east, right? Like so Ferris and William will be sitting ready to charge or something.
So, if you're in the west and you want to approach from the east, does that mean you're going all the way down the mountain
Yeah, I
and
think
back
it's
up
going
the
to
other
take a few
side?
hours to like loop. I mean, it's several hundred feet, so it may be a few hours to like set up William and Ferris around the other side.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're going to take a sneaky beaky route around the dragon without going down and back up.
Yeah,
to
staging.
get-
That's what it is, right? So we're staging Yaramir up top, set up with all
And-
the rocks, our staging zone, and then the rest of the party will circle around so that we can, right? Because that's the only way to get into the amphitheater.
You could approach it from either
below
the east or
like,
the west.
scaling
yes.
this sheer face from above, right?
We can approach it from the west as well.
You could approach it from the west going horizontally. You'd have to come down a ways, but you wouldn't have to like rappel down into the bowl.
So our goal is just to have like a downhill slope we can ski straight down and like charge in on.
That's not going to happen. You don't have like there's not like a ski slope to the dragon where you can get
like
a
perfect
lance and
ski
like
slope.
charge
We're looking
down.
for like the best path possible, the most direct route.
Sure, but it's going to be over foot. It's not going to be on skis on the mountainside. It's
safe
rocky
anyway.
and broken terrain everywhere.
You have magic boots anyway. You want
Yeah,
to...
no, that's
Yeah,
fine.
you walk on top
I
of
assumed
snow.
we were just
You're-
going to be skiing, but that's fine too.
So there is an approach from the west.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't have to do this then.
But we need to get close enough that we can charge it and attack
Yeah.
the same round that the rocks fall. So that's
Well,
how
so
close
I-
we can get. How
yeah,
far
well, I
can you
think-
charge, Neal, in snow? We can run as if snow is normal
We can go
ground.
yards now, right? Because we have the boots. Like we don't
Yes.
sink into snow anymore, so we can run in yards.
Yes, you can move as if this were regular solid ground. You basically ignore snow at this point.
So we can charge twice our movement, right? So,
One-
No,
1.5.
1.5.
so
And
how long is that?
Of your
That's
combat
180
movement, I
yards.
think. So
Yeah,
it's
it's-
120 feet times 1.
you can also make a con check to double your movement rate or triple it or something.
Yeah,
don't
but more
want-
importantly, the dragon is sleeping
Yeah.
at this point in time, so
Well, what I was gonna say is we stay back, and then once Yaramir passes overhead, we're just gonna lag behind him a little bit, essentially.
Okay.
So we're gonna be charging in as the thing happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very much separate. So I guess it doesn't sound like climbing needs to be done to get them in position. So I can
There
go
will
off.
be some climbing to get there, but you can probably put them in position and move on to wherever
So
you
I'll
want.
put them in position and go at least a couple hundred yards away from them. And
Okay.
I don't know if I can set up from a different angle. So if I just go around the rim of this amphitheater.
Yeah, you can get onto the upper lip of the amphitheater.
Okay.
We'll call it the south side of it. So the part Marshall, William, and Ferris will be coming from the west. Grimes will be on the south, and Yaramir will be in the sky with the heavy air support. Yes, a whole new.
I might need your sword so I can go.
Look, you're already going to be in enough danger without swinging a sword
I know.
around.
So, before we get any farther, I have some serious questions here. How are you going to synchronize your attacks without wireless communications or synchronized watches?
Oh,
like,
I
Yarmir's gonna
imagine
go.
when you see
It's-
10 boulders
Yeah.
appear in the sky and
Oh,
start
yeah.
falling, it's a good signal.
That's
Okay.
why we need to
Also-
be within charging distance.
Yeah, no, Yarmir's gonna fly directly overhead of us, right? So I'm just gonna wait until he's flying overhead, and we're gonna lag directly behind him, essentially.
okay.
So that by the time his run is over with, we're like charging in and ready to engage.
Now, how was Yaramir with a levitate spell that only goes up and down? How is he?
Feathery flyer. Remember?
So
I
levitate
can
up
move
and then
horizontally 5 times the elevation I achieved, and at 400 feet, that is a lot of elevation. And I
is.
move at movement rate 12.
okay.
Yaramir,
So,
you should be careful because it's quite hard to judge where
I
things
thought-
are dropping, right? So maybe you should
Carbon
go.
popping. We've Nick,
Okay.
remember
William, how are you communicating this without wireless
discussion we had
communication?
about this
Yeah, I remember. that,
weeks
yeah.
ago.
So,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I think we're waiting until rocks fall and the dragon dies.
So
Okay.
we're waiting for.
Wow, this is backwards from how it usually goes. Isn't usually rocks fall everyone?
We flipped the table on Neal.
Okay. So everyone's getting into position. Yaramir is getting all of his spells ready. We've done all the math on this before. The last thing I want to say before it goes off is Grimes and Yaramir. You're going to see this
Oh.
once you start flying. Mm-hmm. Did you have something to say, Grimes?
Hide check, but
Oh.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
stealth mode. What were you gonna ask me?
I was going to say that. Ooh, hold on. I actually need to roll for the dragon's HP. I haven't done that yet. As you get to the south side, you're kind of higher up in the mountains than you were before at the lip of this amphitheater, and there's not as much blocking your view. So you have a whole view of the central part of Caledonia, right? You can look out and see everything happening over
Crap,
here.
what's the weather?
It's a light day today.
So penalty on missile attacks.
Penalty on
-3.
missile attacks. Yeah. As
I'm
you're
thinking
looking
that
out,
as I'm laying down here.
Wait,
so
wait,
looking
my
out over
crossbow.
this, you see fires coming from what do you call this fucking place?
capital.
Conquest. Yeah,
Oh.
Conquest.
Oh shit.
Like
Like smoke. Not, I shouldn't say fires, but you see like lots of smoke rising from Conquest.
Oh.
okay.
Fires
That
of
might be
industry
fine.
or the fires of war?
You
Is
can't
this-
tell from this distance. There's just activity.
Okay.
We'll find out after.
We expect any less from them.
Yeah. So I think Grimes is probably laying down, hidden in like a sniper position if one was available.
Is that
Is it not
22 your
like
high
maybe-
check?
Waiting.
Can I, yeah, I'm gonna roll my stealth 30, so I am well concealed behind cover, within 180 yards of the dragon. Maybe a little closer, depending on where I was able to find. Yeah, laying back, looking out over the valley.
Holy shit, that's a big dragon.
Those zoomed in, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm pretty far in. There we go. Ooh,
Is there
this
any?
nice signal.
What are these terrain lines? Where is the high point?
You are down here.
Is this above the dragon, or is this all above the
That's-
dragon?
So the dragon is in this depression, this like lip.
Mm-hmm.
This is really awkwardly not showing up on stream. Hold on. Let me see if I can make this work for us. no, roll 20. You're not designed for this. Oh, it'll be fine. So what we're seeing here is the bowl that sort of surrounds the lip of the dragon. This would be the edge of the depression, and then these would be like signs of elevation getting higher and higher and higher on the backside of the amphitheater.
So
This
I'm
would
above
be
the dragon
out.
right now.
You're above the dragon. This would be
And
near
way too
to a sheer
close.
drop, just heading down the mountainside.
Is this not to scale?
This is not to scale. You said you want to be 100 yards. Our maps don't go that big.
I can shoot 180 yards. So
Yeah,
that's
I can't. I can't make a map where you're 180 yards away. It'd be ridiculously big and impossible to move around on. So we'll just know that you're really far.
Okay.
I don't think this horizontal or vertical part over here is going to play a factor in our
Yeah, I get the
battle.
idea. Yeah, so we're not even within sight range of each other. Maybe I can. Yeah.
You might be able to
Can I
spot
look
them.
over? Can I see William and Ferris from where I am?
Give me a perception check.
They almost certainly can't see me, right? With
Yeah, you're hiding.
the 22, they're probably just sort of standing. And, no?
No, they're lost. Yeah, they've got these white dragon armor on, and they're like coming slowly over here, waiting for Yaramir to do his thing.
Yeah.
So it's
Actually, I'm gonna get a small fire lit. I wish I had a torch. Or I guess just a lantern. Can I start an oil fire with a lantern? There's like enough of an
Yes.
open flame there. Yeah, so I'll have a
Yes.
lantern lit and set probably like 10 feet from me. Like, so it's not total, like if it gives away my position, the first thing it would notice was this lantern a few feet away. But
sure.
getting that ready in case I need to set up any Molotov cocktails.
All right.
Maybe cutting off little strips of fabric.
But you are hundreds of
And-
yards away, right? You can't Molotov cocktail from 100 yards.
Yeah, that's like 30. So maybe I set that up closer. There's probably like tens of minutes passing, right? While
Yeah, there's
Yaramir
lots of
casts,
time to
like a dozen
position.
spells.
I just want to know, like, if you're hundreds of yards away, you can't Molotov cocktail the dragon. So
Let's do that. So I'm gonna.
you're gonna get closer.
And you
I
can
think
start
while I
at
get
180
bored, I'm gonna start.
Start at
Yeah, I'll
180
eventually sneak closer and set up a Molotov cocktail site.
How close do you want to be?
What's the range on these suckers?
Probably like 10, 20, 30. But if you've got high ground, it'll go a little bit farther.
Yeah, so 30. So maybe this drawing was more to scale than.
would that hold on,
original. So
would
I'll
his-
go within 30 yards.
Would his range go up at so like I can throw a baseball hundreds of feet, right?
Sure.
So
Not an argument. there.
yeah, but he's throwing at a 90-foot target, so he's not making a normal attack roll here. Would this be a little bit? I feel like the normal Molotov cocktail range for daggers and stuff.
there's a grenade-like weapon rules already. We're
yeah,
we're good.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah, but I'll set up some oil flasks, lantern, flint and tinder, much closer to the thing.
Okay.
But okay, William and Ferris, any more setup to do?
I think
Just
so.
waiting.
All right,
within charging
Yarmir,
range.
it's all on you. What do you
All
want
right,
to tell us
so
about your master plan?
I've laid out the 10 boulders in front of me, and I begin disrobing and taking off all of the shit I don't need so I can get under my encumbrance level, which basically leaves me with boots, an amulet around my neck, and the portable hole. And
Are you naked?
I'm naked, yes. In order to, I need to make sure to get under my encumbrance.
Of course.
And so I set about with just iron in front of me and begin tracing the patterns of this inverse tree root on each boulder and just watching them like collapse down into smaller and smaller little just dense nuggets of bouldery goodness. And then I begin placing those into the pack as I go, like carefully arranging them. Not the pack, the portable hole that I've laid out there. And I begin working quickly, doing that 10 times, both with the aid of my own magics and the 5 reduction scrolls that we had prepared previously. And then as soon as that's done, I fold the portable hole up so that in a single fold, so I can hold it on the corners like this. And I begin tracing out the pattern for levitation below my feet, and begin rising in the air. quickly, 60 feet around, over and over, until I get up to about 400 yards. 400 feet, excuse me. 400 yards, a bit high. 400 feet. And as I arise, counting the minutes off in my head, I unfurl my arms a little bit, still holding the portable hole, and I cast Murdoch's feathery flyer upon myself. I sprout scaly wings and begin gliding overhead in this line here, over as lengthwise as possible over the dragon to maximize the amount of area underneath me. Which I'm sure that you all can see as that happens. And as I begin, I pass over the head of the dragon itself because I want to body shot this thing. So as I see the head underneath me, I unfurl, I glide another half bit, I unfurl the portable hull, and in a carpet bombing run, the boulders begin falling. And as the last one leaves, I drop the portable hull and fold up my arms so I have the ability to cast Dispel Magic upon my falling rocks, as they no longer are small little bouldery nuggets of goodness. They arise into their large 100-pound ballista boulders falling on this dragon. And that's the basically opening round of combat.
Okay. So Yarmir, I need you to make me an initiative roll to see if you can. What was it?
Well,
catch yourself
be
before
the
you fall.
next round, right?
Okay.
Basically, I
well,
said,
stabilize
we need to
himself,
go
yeah.
at the same time as these boulders falling.
How far above are you?
400 feet.
400 feet.
Okay, Yarmir, why don't you make us on this surprise round your attacks? We've already discussed what this will be, right? It's just
Yeah, I sent him the numbers.
10 d20. Each one hits on a 10 or better.
right.
So we have
One
miss, miss, hit. 1, 2,
Four.
3, 4.
Ooh.
Not great.
That was an unfortunate amount
4
of
hits. You know, it is a light day. This is something that you hadn't quite accounted for when you were planning, and it's harder to control your feathery flyer than you think, and you kind of just curve slightly to the side, and some of your rocks land to the sides of the dragon. But you do get 4 hits. Why don't you roll me damage?
So 4 times 8 is
32.
32.
Yep.
133 damage.
Okay, it's not good, but okay.
Not good. It seems that's pretty good.
It's a lot
Alright.
lower than our tests.
You do 140.
40% instead of a little bit over half.
Yeah.
Which is
So-
the expected result.
You hit the dragon for 133 damage, and I think you can see that HP bar change before your eyes.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Does it have to make a system shock check?
No,
Okay.
No,
No.
we went over that.
no.
Okay.
Everyone,
I just making sure.
roll me initiative.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I mentioned when he was passing overhead that I wanted us to tail behind. Do we make it in on the surprise round, or are we going to do it on
I
initiative?
don't think so. I think you wanted to keep enough distance so that you wouldn't accidentally
Trigger the
alert
version,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I rolled pretty well. That's nice.
That's very nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
I didn't put
charge.
any modifiers on that. If you need me to modify it for movement, it would be like +3, I think.
No, I think that's fine. I think you
Okay.
succeeded here. I think you're not
Okay.
going to fall to your death, Yarmir.
Okay.
Which is good. The dragon will roll a 16 for initiative.
Okay.
But
We've
it's
got chance.
alive, right? We see it
Yeah, you instantly
peppered with
see it like
boulders, and it awakens.
toss side to side, throw it head up,
In pain.
lets out, just
Blood spatter everywhere. Right? This is like SeaWorld. We're in the splash zone, right?
you
100
are. Yeah, I mean the dragon has
100
suffered
damage.
huge damage all over its body. And Grimes, you are the first one to react before anything else happens. What do you
Yeah,
do?
it's because I've got a crossbow loaded and initiative of 1. Yeah, so I guess that'll be my response. I'm a little amazed that the thing is still alive.
All right, it's got about 36 HP left.
Back
according to
attack,
my
right?
calculations.
Surprise, yeah. Surprise, Neal.
Surprise is lost. The dragon's been hit with rocks.
Okay. Back attack. Actually, probably should be +4 to hit because it can't see me, correct?
Yeah. 3, you're behind it.
Light die.
18 is not going to hit either way. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll
Your
use the
shot
bolt.
hits, it hits directly on the dragon and just falls to the side harmlessly against its metallic scales. Ferris.
Okay. So William and Ferris are charging in together, and I think we split to opposite sides. So Ferris is going to its left, William's going to its right. So it has to choose to either get flanked by both of us or take back attacks from one of us.
Classic dragon killing tactic.
Yeah. And I
Go
guess
ahead
I
and-
get my attacks first. So I'm charging. So I can get this for my bonus. 14 is definitely going to miss, and my offhand is going to be that. That's probably going to hit.
Yes, it does.
Is that a crit by chance?
You do not crit.
Okay, so 22 AC at least. So not much damage on this one. Just takes d6.
The dragon is tickled by you.
Yeah. I think William's next.
Yep.
What are we
Marshall
rolling
comes
here?
in on the other side.
Is it +2 for charging?
It is +2 for charging.
Flank attack or?
Yeah, flanked.
Yeah, it's kind of
unless
tossing
it
and
turns to
turning.
him.
I think if you get in like right around here, like underneath the wing, we can give you a flank attack.
All right, D20 +14. Come on. 29.
That will hit. Not crit.
All right, not crit. Still low. Couple of these and might actually kill it. 11.
Better.
Hit.
Extra fire damage. No.
Oh.
Your prayer to Bellum that you said last night that you were hoping would make a difference here certainly seems to have worked in some way, because as you strike this dragon, your blade not only hits it, but fire seems to roll back and across it in the opposite direction this way. Why don't you give me another d6 for damage here as it ripples over the dragon's back?
Another 4.
Nice.
Another 4. Okay. Dragon's turn.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so it's gonna nuke one of us right now, William. Let's. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it's
Going
Ferris.
down.
You've got a better chance of killing it here.
Okay. It's going to use its first attack to make a kind of like a battering, swiping knock at Ferris
Yep.
with a natural 1, which completely and utterly
Punches
misses.
a rock.
Yeah, Ferris ducks. The dragon like stubs his fingers into a rock. You didn't know you could stub your fingers, but the dragon just figured out how to do it, and it is not comfortable.
Breaks a nail.
It hurt when the boulders were dropped, but it never knew pain quite like a stubbed finger until.
Oh god. So in frustration, it will lift its wing and kind of whip its tail towards William to knock William towards the mountainside with a notes. Hold please. Elevator music, hold on. 23 against William.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It will batter William for the minimum amount of damage. You take 13.
Oh, I can live with that. All
Yeah.
right, do I have to make a strength check not to get knocked off the side of the mountain or something?
Well, the tail, as you can see, is actually knocking you this way. So you can go ahead and make me a strength check. It doesn't really matter. You're going to be just like hurled this direction.
26.
Yeah, probably not that far then. You just get like knocked around to the underneath its head.
All right.
Let's roll second attacks.
attacks.
Second attacks.
Okay, so plus 12. That's a hit. Is that a crit?
Oh, yeah.
You clear by 18?
That's
No, by
No,
5.
8.
That's definitely all right.
8. You clear by
Okay,
8.
single crit. So roll 2d8 plus. It's middle of the day, right?
Middle of the day.
Okay, so plus 4. It takes 13 damage.
Oh, it's a broken and battered dragon. Its wings are cracked. You can see bones sticking out of it. The feather, the leathery folding thingy between the wings is ripped all over the place. It's not moving, and now it's almost dead. You're hacking like deep into the underside of its arm, and blood is gushing. Marshall, second attack.
Do we lose the charge bonus?
No, you get it for the second. You keep it until your next turn.
Yes.
But I don't get flank anymore though.
No, because you're now under the dragon. Yeah.
17.
Ugh,
Shit.
total miss.
Okay.
Initiative.
Ah, shit.
Do I just float now? I plummeted hundreds of feet, but managed to right myself, and now I just float for until you say so.
Where are
Magic
you
missile,
floating?
It's gonna die.
Well,
No,
I
he can't.
look around trying to find the falling portable hole and try to float in that general direction. But I'm probably way under it at this point.
Yeah, I think
because
you.
of,
yeah,
terminal velocity and stuff.
think you plummeted and like managed to aim yourself off the cliff, so you didn't land on the cliffside here.
I imagine I'm probably like still in the air, like waiting for this battle to either end or me to hit the ground.
All right, Grimes, it's your turn. You're the only one to go before the dragon gets its full accompaniment of attacks off.
Yeah, I don't know if I can close. I don't know how far I got for that snipe, but I'm gonna draw the phase dagger and run to my Molotov cocktail staging zone.
All
Okay.
right,
Oh.
you get there.
And was I close? So did I get to a full? Well, I don't know. Well, okay, so I pick up one of my oil flasks.
Okay.
And is the dragon still on fire? Or like I saw William's flame attack.
You saw William's flames roll over its back, and then they kind of vanished. It wasn't like
if
a.
I can get within range, I'll chuck an oil flask. If
Go ahead.
not, I will just prepare to do that next round. I can close.
I mean,
guess I
you
can
have a
move.
whole setup station with all the oil flasks with wicks already in them and a lantern
and
burning.
I am specialized, proficient in missile weapon style, so I can move half my move and take a shot. So I'm doing +4 to hit, I think, +2 for back attack,
Sure.
-3 for wind. Oh, all I need is a. So I
You
think we
needed
can,
a
and then-
10 to hit it.
So we can do a D8 to see which.
Direction 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Would it still have a
6,
chance
7,
to hit on account
8.
of it being
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
such a
give me your
massive
grenade
tile?
attack.
4.
1, 2, 3. No, you go straight. You
So
you
it's
far
like
south.
land somewhere over there.
Yeah, it splashes on the ground, doing literally nothing.
Shit.
It's the worst combination of rolls possible,
Yep.
except for a natural 1.
All right, yeah,
The dragon's turn.
So this is where we die.
This is where we die. The dragon's going to use its right hand to pick up Marshall.
Good. I attack its hand as it comes
Oh
in.
yeah, you get some attack of opportunity for that.
Didn't
We
think
ruled
of
that with
there,
giants
did you?
before. We specifically ruled that with giants.
Give me your attack
for
roll.
grab attack.
Yeah. 16. Shit.
Your sword comes up, hits the dragon's scales, and then like gets knocked right back to get against your head as the dragon grabs you, William, and just hurls you off the side of the cliff.
Oh shit.
It's like, "Wah!" Second attack. The
There's like an
dragon.
opposed strength check to move William, or something.
Are you kidding me? It can just lift him up.
All right.
I don't think there's an opposed check needed here. The dragon will then turn towards Ferris and try and just fucking bite your head off, Ferris.
Okay.
Give me your attack as it goes to bite.
Okay. 24. That's a hit. So
That's
it
a
takes
hit.
D8 plus 4. Takes 5 damage.
It has 7 life. So I think the dragon goes to bite you. You get your sword like in
Stab it
its
in the
mouth
mouth, yeah.
as
You
it's
don't
like
always
coming.
get an attack of opportunity. I think the attack of opportunity was because William.
Oh, 'cause it was a grab, not a bite.
I don't think it's gonna kill me here, so I
I
can
can
just
make
have that
attack
be like
rolls
my.
without provoking.
Yeah,
a raise. It's
yeah.
when you try to move a character.
That's true. That's right. Okay. You.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah.
Oh
It
wait,
will.
I also get the offhand. Hold on.
No, you don't. It's an irregular
Okay,
attack.
so let's just have that be my attack for this this round, because I'm probably not gonna get killed here. I don't think.
It rolls a 25 against you
That is a hit, not a crit.
for 20 damage with a single bite onto William. The dragon, you can see, is trying to flap its wings and take off, but they are not responding. Like, one of them is twitching a little bit, and it's trying to position itself like it wants to fly away from you, but its wings are just not responding, and so it is positioned like this. Now, before we go on to anyone else's turn, Marshall, you've been thrown the fuck off a cliff, and
am I just dead?
It's a pretty long fall below. But as we've said before,
we could have approached from that side, right? So
well, we had said before that it's a pretty sheer
bounce.
cliff near the dragon.
But it is also maybe snowy.
You are going to fall into trees and snow, but you're going to take a lot of damage on the way down. And I think you probably pass Yaramir, who's like gliding. And gliding Yaramir all of a sudden sees falling William with a flaming sword as he plummets.
I want to imagine Yaramir is like gliding after this hole, and he just hears.
I have movement rate 12. Hold on. I have movement rate 12 and flight class E, maneuverability class E. If I like rammed William, could I prevent him from like falling off the deepest part of the cliff or something? Like, could I mitigate that?
Like push him into the cliff so he like hits the cliff and slows
like,
down.
If I rammed William, maybe we both fall at that point and take falling damage, but maybe I can mitigate the amount that William might take rather than William.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to make me an attack roll against AC 10 to like fold your arms and glide and shove William into the
like
cliffside.
a missile at William.
Yeah, give me an attack roll minus 10
right.
or AC 10.
No.
No, you overshoot William
into the cliff.
You almost hit the cliff. You pull back at the last moment as William plummets. William, how's it going, man?
I don't know. Just tell me what happens. This is not the first time I've been. I think I've taken maximum falling damage before, haven't I?
Maybe. Would you?
I will say,
give me some sort of check to maintain grip on your flaming sword while falling off the cliff?
Okay. I would also like to point out at this point that if I had a harpoon, I'd be trying to throw it into the rocks to stop myself falling. Would that have worked, Neal? That might have worked, right?
The harpoon, probably would have saved your life right here, actually.
you're not gonna throw a spear through fucking rock.
I mean, I could try.
dragon
shall
flesh, though.
I make a strength check to keep hold of it, Neal?
Strength seemed like the suitable stat.
To grip that sword.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I was thinking it might be more of like a surprise or
It's probably a dex
terror
check to avoid falling damage, but
26.
All right.
Fuck it.
We're gonna deal with your damage after the battle's over, William.
I say a prayer on the way down.
Okay.
Ferris, it's your turn. Why don't you give us an attack roll?
So I already did the first one, and I think you kept the damage on it.
No, I was gonna
Okay.
say make new attack rolls because we always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So first attack is a hit, just barely.
a
Second
hit.
attack is a miss. Okay, so it's gonna take D8 plus 4. This actually works out because I literally could not do worse. I
There
think
you
it
go.
dies.
The dragon gets a bite on you, and as it's releasing or like trying to toss
Yeah,
you to the side,
I like slice its throat probably with the scimitar.
scimitar comes up while you're still like gripped by the dragon, cutting it to pieces, and the last will of this creature goes out as it slowly dies. And it just doesn't have any more life left in it, and it's dead.
Grimes, William fell off the cliff.
Grimes comes running, but it's way too late.
It's way too late.
And that's when you see me hanging onto the edge. I'm back up.
So one thing worth mentioning here, Neal, is people have survived falling out of airplanes, both through falling into snow and falling into tree cover. Those two things have saved people from
And
falling
very,
thousands of
very few mountains are sheer cliffs, right? There, you'll bounce several times on the way down.
You don't think
Plenty
that
of
I went.
opportunities to slow down.
Now, first,
there's maximum damage, right? Isn't it
Sean,
like
you're
10d6
right.
or
People
20d6?
have survived by landing into snowbanks. People have even fallen out of planes and survived landing into snowbanks. But those are the exceptions and not the rule. It's not. You're more likely to die falling out of an airplane than you are to survive.
Does
William's
William
no
take?
ordinary
So
guy.
we did establish in the past that it's half falling damage when you fall into snow.
Yep.
So does that mean he takes 10d6 since terminal is 20d6?
I am just gonna look up some rules here. I appreciate all of your preemptive rules lawyering, gentlemen.
Yes, I want to establish.
Yep.
I could survive 10d6, I think, if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Let me just look up the DMG. Is it
I'm gonna get-
20d6 for total
Yep.
terminal velocity?
200. Yeah, and then it says after that it's terminal velocity.
Falling page 58 and page 100 of the DMG.
Oh my god.
Falling the maximum of 20d6, which for game purposes is considered terminal velocity. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Hold on, let me get a calculator. It's a lot of ones.
Oh, thank God.
2, 1, 1, 1.
Oh, that sounds great.
5, 3, 6, 4, 3. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then the next set of 10d6.
Hold on, wait. Didn't it is
Snow.
are we doing half for snow?
Yeah, but I'm gonna roll all the damage and divide it by
and then
2.
divide it by 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, once again, Neil.
No. All right, you plummet, William. What is it? What is life like as it flashes before your eyes and you're falling back first?
I don't know. I think like he's just watching the dragon as it goes. Like the fight disappears into the distance, and then maybe flips around in the air and looks down to see the trees below. Maybe even gets a glimpse of that cave where the kobolds had that little ceremony outside. Right, that's just near here. Mm-hmm. As I'm hurtling down towards the tree line.
Yeah. The dragon threw you with some pretty good swing on it, so your horizontal velocity is quite good. And you just plummet off the mountainside, crashing through the trees thousands of feet below and into the snowbanks down there.
Wait, on the way down, can I use the harpoon? I.e.
You don't have a
harpoon. I.e. drink the potion on the way down.
Oh. Okay, you can drink the potion, but it won't prevent damage.
No, but
It'll
it'll
recharge his HP.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you already lost some HP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, how long will you fall in a minute in free fall?
He'll fall all the way
In a
inside
minute,
of him.
all the way. Yeah. I don't know. I could calculate this really quick.
Yeah, calculate it really quick. Do it.
How long the rocks were going to take to fall, and to get the 200 whatever feet it was.
How far does a person
4
fall in a minute?
In a minute?
Yep.
9.8 divided by 2, so 4.9 times 60 seconds squared.
He'll fall in probably about 30 seconds.
Yeah, but Neil, I'm on like an arc, aren't I? Going up and then down.
That's why I said 30
Yeah,
seconds.
in a minute you will free fall. That can't be right. That can't be right. 17 kilometers in a minute?
No.
Or you'll hit terminal velocity eventually.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
So you will get about 10,000 feet inside of 30 seconds from free fall. But since he did get thrown with an arc, I would guess he's probably going to take about 30 seconds to reach the bottom.
Okay, so it's a 30-second fall.
That'd be my guess.
It depends what angle I was thrown at, Neil, as well. Like the
No, it's your horizontal speed doesn't affect your vertical speed.
no, but if he threw me up and then down,
An arc, yeah. But
Oh, no,
that
it
would
was
save you
a,
like 1 or 2
a
seconds.
toss to the side.
okay.
It's not 17 kilometers in a minute.
No, yeah. He'll reach terminal velocity and slow me the hell down.
I think it's like
So
10 seconds.
you'll fall. You don't think you'll have time to drink the potion, but give me an initiative roll to see if you'll do it.
What does he need to meet?
You're gonna need to beat a 5, I think. Holy shit, you did it! Yeah,
3d4
1 plus
plus
3
2.
is
Yep.
4, and you will
4 plus 2.
drink it.
Fuck.
All right.
All right, you take 38 damage after
Yes,
crashing
the
through the
potion saves me.
trees,
Fuck.
breaking the things, landing in the snow.
I'm on 3 HP.
Holy shit! So you would have died without that
Yeah,
potion.
I would have died. Yeah, I would have died.
See, your harpoon saved you in the end. Your harpoon saved you in the end. I was wrong.
You're wow.
Wow.
Back at the
pretty dire straits though, right? I've got no camping gear. I've got no food, no wood.
Well, I think Ferris is yelling at Grimes to climb down the mountain and find William.
Yeah. This all happens. I mean, that all happens over the course of less than a minute, right?
happens so fast. Yaromir is like slowly making his way down the mountain. You can actually follow William's path of descent
Yeah, I
and
was
find him
gonna
in the
say,
trees.
If I give up on following the portable hole, can I follow William instead?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Can we follow this? So I think Grimes goes running across the dragon, and I think by the time I'd get to the edge, I would look off and not even see William. Maybe I can see the crash site. In
You
the
can
trees.
see Yaromir, and that's about
Going
it.
down after him. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. So I rush to the edge. I mean, it's thousands of feet. But I'm like, he's gone.
He's gone.
So before I start climbing down, I'll look over my shoulder and see what the dragon. left
It is
behind.
a broken mess of like leaking bodily fluids and bones jutting out, and then like burn marks across it and hack marks in its neck and head
It's
and
just- it's
throat.
still right. It's not like in its death throes.
No, it's dead. It is
Yeah.
fucking
Was it on
dead.
top of anything?
Snow.
No treasure hoard underneath its belly.
You'll have to start digging. You're not going to be able to see it right now.
With
So
Yarmir flying,
I think I'm gonna start climbing down the mountainside to go fetch William.
I can't
So I
really
start getting out
follow
my
him.
climbing gear.
So while he's doing that, I see Yarmir flying off. I guess I'll try and track the portable hole in his place.
So you look over the edge, trying to keep an eye on the portable hole. Give me a
Yeah, I probably
perception
won't be
check,
able to
no
follow
advantage.
it. Yeah, I probably won't be able to follow it, but I can probably find where it lands roughly. Let's hope so. 27.
27 will do it. You can kind of see where the portable hole has been gusted by the winds and is like stuck on a precipice of the mountainside below
Cool.
the dragon, like on a little jutty thing.
Is it reachable by me or?
Oh
do I just-
no, it's like
Okay.
400 feet below you.
Okay, I'll wait for Grimes to get back, and it seems like it's pretty snug there, right? Like it got caught on something.
It got caught on something, but the winds here could shift easily and it could get blown away again in a heartbeat.
Okay, I'll just wait and I'll keep an eye on it then. Like just kind of chill by the cliffside. I don't really have anything else to do.
Okay. You wait.
Yeah.
William, after I'm gonna say that you were stunned from your fall for
Yeah, I
a
thought
couple of
so.
rounds. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And eventually you can get up.
All right. I mean, yeah, stunned for a while. Surprised to still be alive. Is there any damage to my armor? Am I all right? I'm still sort of.
Yeah,
armor's
you know, you
destroyed.
you crashed through tree branches that had snow on top of them and then landed in the snow
Yeah.
beneath. Like, you only took half damage from your fall because of the slower impact time.
Well,
So,
I say
you're
thank
okay.
you to Bellum for saving my life, and then I take my horn out and start blowing it.
It's around
Don't
now.
worry, I am floating slowly towards you.
It's around now that a naked Yaromir flies into view and lands right in front of you, just wearing his boots.
What a sight for sore eyes, Yaromir. Is it done? Is the dragon dead?
Yes, it was slain. The
Good.
plan worked very well. I was not
And
expecting you to get thrown so far.
And only a minor
You're
scratch.
alive. I thought surely my medical attentions would be needed.
Somehow Bellum has protected me, I think. No normal man could survive such a fall.
Truly, you are blessed. Truly. Can you walk?
I'd rather not.
Okay.
I think I'm lying down on my back blowing the horn. I don't think I summon the strength to stand up yet.
Let
No,
me-
I think I'll just stay here for a while, Yaromir.
Let me examine you. I will freeze to death out here before too long, but let's make sure you are right.
Even in this cold.
I bend down in the snow and do my best to make sure that he doesn't have any broken bones. If he does, I can set him and whatever. Like, I'm gonna spend 20 minutes in the freezing cold trying to help William, make sure William is okay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you got boots on, you'll just be chilly. You won't die. You know, it's not like your feet are stuck in snow, so you'll be okay. Just a little shivery.
Neal.
Yeah.
So when Grimes had us climb up the mountain, were there like pittons that he left in it as we were climbing up? Like, could I trace the path back down if I went back to our spot?
We didn't use pittons. We
No
just
pittons.
Oh, okay.
climbed it. Maybe with like a lead rope and stuff, but
Okay.
so we'd be tied together. We weren't like, yeah.
Are there any trees on this mountain?
There are a few, but not many. It's
Okay,
a-
so I'm gonna collect some firewood, I guess, because I might be alone tonight.
There's that toothpick that the dragon was using. It's right there. You can chop that thing up. Do you have an axe
Yeah.
with you?
No, but or wait, I might actually. Let me check my character sheet. Because I know I had one. No,
Even
it
a
was on the
hatchet
sled.
would work for you. No? Okay.
I've got the hatchet, and I think
Yeah.
I'm rappelling down the mountainside.
But if there are a few trees, I can probably collect some branches and get a small fire going.
Sure, you might be able to get a small fire that'll last you part of the night. Probably not the whole night.
I have pretty good warmth at this point because of the dragon armor, so I should be able to last.
Okay. So, we're going to go to break. I'm going to do some math, and we're going to come back and see what happens next. See you guys
We're
on
gonna
the other
get
side.
some XP now.
You just got 35,000 experience, Nicholas.